Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Tamika Thompson, and this video is actually going to be a weekend vlog video. So I've never done like a day in the life vlog. I've never done a weekend vlog. I've done the travel vlogs, but I feel like I would like to show you guys what a typical weekend looks like in my life as someone who works a 9 to 5 but also uses or maximizes my weekends to run my small business on the side. So it is early Saturday morning. If you know anything about me, I am naturally an early riser. I woke up at about 6:30. I did a little bit of meditation, did some journaling, made my bed, took my shower, did my skincare routine, like all of the things, and went ahead and got dressed. I actually have on clothes. And I'm sure all of you guys who work remotely can relate. Like, it's very rare that you will actually see me in jeans and like actual going outside clothes, because when I work from home, I'm typically always in leggings and a t-shirt or something like that unless I have a meeting. But anyway, it's early Saturday morning and I am just getting my day started. I have quite a few things that I'll be handling today. I'm gonna go ahead and be taking you guys along the way with me every step of the way for everything I get done today. The first thing that we are going to do is cook breakfast. So let's head to the kitchen, y'all. I ended up going to bed really late last night because I was working on a client file. So as a result, I had dinner much later than what I typically do. I had dinner around like 11:30 midnight this morning, or early this morning. So when I woke up, I really didn't have that much of an appetite, but I wanted something on my stomach and I still wanted to get my protein in. I wasn't in the mood for a protein shake, so I'm just making myself some cottage cheese and some peaches. I'll normally have this like right before I go to the gym as a pre-workout snack, but for today, it is going to be breakfast. Now it is time to set the vibe in my office by lighting a candle. My days always begin with lighting a candle. I love candles so much. I have at least 2 to 3 candles in every room of my home because they just bring such a calming, peaceful energy to all of the spaces in my house. And like I said, I was up late last night working on a client file, so my desk is actually still lifted from last night, so I'm just going to go ahead and readjust it, bring it down so that I can sit down and get logged into all of my systems and all of my platforms. The first thing that I'm going to do is get some feedback over to my team members. So if you didn't know, I am not a team of one. I have a virtual assistant, I have a copywriter, I have a graphic designer, I have someone who does my landing pages, and I actually have someone who writes my YouTube video descriptions. Now, all of us are working on a couple of projects that I have on my goal list or my business goal list for 2024. They sent over some first drafts for me to look at, but I didn't have a chance to get them feedback, so I'm just reviewing everything and sending my thoughts and comments over to them. The next thing that I'm going to do is clear out my computer. So I post and publish roughly like 12 to 20 videos per month on YouTube if you include YouTube Shorts, and that tends to take up a lot of space on my computer. So at the end of every month or at the beginning of every month, I go through my computer and I delete all of my footage, all finalized videos, all of the videos that I recorded on my camera, so that I can free up storage on my computer to continue to make more content. Next, I am going to start organizing all of my folders and all of my files for the month of March. So I already have the video topics that I'll be recording. I've already written the scripts. All I have to do next is record them. And when I record them, I like to have everything in designated folders. I guess my cat saw me taking a break and decided that it was time for his time. My cat is so spoiled. I spoiled this cat rotten. So I didn't give him any cuddles this morning because, again, I woke up really early. I was up late last night. I made my breakfast. So he's like, I need my cuddles. I need my pets. I need my kisses right now. Or right meow. Okay, y'all, so now that I got all of that little back-end administrative stuff out of the way, I am actually going to start content batching. So I tend to like to just take a chunk of time at the beginning of the month at the beginning of the month to batch all of my posts for the month, I have found that it makes things a little bit easier for me versus doing it every week. So I have a bit of a flow that I follow. On Mondays, I normally do a statistic. Tuesday, I normally do some sort of a quote. Wednesday, I'll normally do some sort of a poll or a quiz. And then Thursday, I'll do another quote. And then Friday is normally like a personal post. So for the month of March, there are 31 days. So it's 30. I'm looking at my calendar right now. No, it's 31. Yeah, there are 31 days in March. So I'm gonna go ahead and batch out 30 posts. This is actually also going to bleed over into the beginning of April as well. I'm also going to prepare my now accepting clients for the month of March posts and for the month of April posts, because I normally like those to go out at the very beginning of the month. So let's go ahead and get started with this content batching. I normally take 1 full hour to draft out all of my ideas. I'll take another full hour to design all of the graphics, and then I'll take like another hour to an hour and a half to write the copy for it. So let's get cranking, y'all. It's taken me such a long time to find a content batching or content production process that works for me. Now, it is a lot of like downloading, uploading across all of the different platforms that I'm on. So you guys know I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram. But again, I've tested a couple of different methods and I found a new one that is a bit more time efficient and easier, and I've just been sticking with that. So I'm at a point now where for 1 month to plan content will take me only like 3 to 4 hours, and that's just one flat time, as opposed to setting aside 3 to 4 hours every weekend like I was doing before, because that was not working. Now it is lunchtime. Oh my gosh, the morning went by so fast. So now it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm gonna go ahead and make me some lunch. So I tend to cook all of my meals or most of my meals at home. So for lunch today, I'm just having me some Italian herb salmon and some asparagus. One way that I was able to lose weight was to cut back on eating rice and potatoes with every single meal, and just having either an extra serving of a vegetable or adding another vegetable. So I'm just gonna go ahead and have asparagus just because I wasn't in the mood for carrots or cauliflower. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bake my salmon and roast my asparagus. I've opened up in a couple of posts that I shared in my community tab and in my YouTube shorts about how I recently lost 38 pounds, and committing to eating healthy was a really big part of that. So cooking at home was one way that I was able to make sure that I was eating right. Even sometimes when you're eating out and you think that it's healthy, you don't know how much butter they put in it or how much salt they put on it. So as a result, you may be consuming more calories than you think. So cooking at home was the best way for me to make sure that I was eating nutritious meals that didn't have extra this or extra that, or secret this or secret that. I normally bake my salmon in olive oil. I don't use any butter. So for a fact, I know like, hey, this doesn't have any butter in it. This has very minimal salt because I made it. And a lot of the things that I've learned to cook at home have been things that I've had at restaurants, but I've learned how to make the healthier version of it. So as you can see, I'm just slicing up the salmon. I found that buying like a full salmon or like a whole salmon is actually cheaper than buying the individual fillets. So as of lately, I've just been buying the whole salmon and spending the $30 or $35 on it versus spending like $7 per salmon fillet, which for me goes by so quickly because when I cook this salmon, I'll normally cook it for the full week. And this is my go-to Italian herb seasoning. I feel like it took me the longest to find a seasoning or an Italian seasoning blend that was actually really good. And I've tweaked it to my liking, so I add a little bit more garlic powder and I do put a little bit of paprika on there just to spice it up a bit. But if you are looking for an Italian herb blend or an Italian seasoning, I highly recommend this one. You can just add, a little bit of olive oil, some fresh garlic, and it is so good. And now we are back at the computer. So I have all of my thoughts and ideas mapped out. So now I just had to create all of the graphics for them. I use Canva. I literally have been using Canva since the software was first created way over 10 years ago. And I love it. So my graphic designer loaded a bunch of templates in here for me that I can just kind of plug and play my ideas into. And this is pretty much what it looks like. So as you can see, it's just a running document, and then I made the graphics to match. And it is time for another quick snack. I'm getting ready to head to the gym, so I'm just slicing myself up a Honeycrisp apple, and I'm gonna go ahead and have some walnuts with it and a boiled egg. Eating smaller meals throughout the day has really helped with my weight loss journey, as opposed to eating multiple heavy, large meals. So real quick, I just went ahead and changed into this new Fabletics set that I got. So this is going to be my gym outfit for the day, and I really like it. The top fit a little funny on me. I did get stuck. As you can see, I got a little irritated, but once I got myself situated and once I got myself together, I really like it. I think it fits me really nice, and I believe this is the Power Hold collection. So the leggings are part of the Power Hold, so it's like high compression, which I really like because I'm going to be doing a lot of moving around today. And I am just a little bloated, so just ignore my belly. I had broccoli last night, so if you know, you know. Ooh, but look at her. She's cute. Now I'm gonna just watch a little bit of TV before I head to the gym so that I can eat my snack and give it some time to digest before I officially start working out. I love, 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 love the show You on Netflix. I am a hardcore Joe Goldberg stan, so I'm just watching or rewatching an older episode. And I always watch this show like I've never seen it before. Alright, so now it is time for me to go ahead and get out of here. I'm just going to throw on a light sweater because it is a little chilly today, and I'm throwing on my gym shoes. I'm going to go ahead and wear my black and white Air Max 270s. I love these shoes. I have like 4 pairs of them because they're super duper comfortable, especially when it comes to working out. I'm doing a little bit of weight training today, and I'm doing a lot of cardio, and these shoes are really good for that. I'm gonna go ahead and feed Coco before I head out. That is my cat's name. His name is Coco. And this is his afternoon meal. He ate this morning. I only give him 2 meals a day just because he is an older cat and he doesn't need to eat as frequently because most of the time he's just sleeping anyway. The vet also said he needs to lose a little bit of weight, so I haven't been able to give him many treats, so I've just been sticking to his 2 meals a day. He's so cute. Before I begin my workouts, I always drink a 8-ounce, 1 scoop combination mix of my pre-workout. Now, if you have not had pre-workout before, it's meant to energize you and really get you going right before a workout. I normally only have about half a scoop. If I have a full scoop, I am just, it's too much. It's a little bit too much caffeine for me. So I normally have about half a scoop, and that's good enough. It really like gets my heart rate going and it gives me the energy I need, and I'll just be ready to take off. So I'm starting off by doing some warm-up exercises. As I'm getting older, I realize the importance of stretching before my workouts because it helps to reduce soreness, and then it also helps to prevent injury. So I normally will start out with about a 10 to 12 minute warm up. I do some stretches, I do some jump ropes, get my heart rate going, get my body warmed up so that I'm not just instantly throwing my body into all of this physical activity. If you do not do a warm up before your workouts, I highly encourage you to incorporate one. It doesn't have to be as long as mine, but there are a lot of benefits to doing warm-ups before you officially start your workout. Now, step aerobics is my thing. When I first started my weight loss journey, I really focused on doing things that I genuinely, naturally enjoyed, and step aerobics is just one of them things. Like, I like the fact that it's really simple, it's really easy. I just throw on a playlist and I just get them moving. I also try to make sure that I move my arms so that they get a good workout as well. And in between my stair aerobics or my stair step, I will also do different exercises. So for day, I'm going to be doing like some leg kickbacks. I went ahead and did some squats. I did some arm curls, just so that I'm working my full body, not just my lower body. I feel like with women, we always focus on the lower half. We want the glutes, we want the nice booty and all of that, but I like working my arms and my back as well. So I do a mix of exercises when I do my workouts. And for today's playlist, For today's playlist, I am jamming, y'all. I'm listening to house music. I'm listening to Renaissance by Beyonce. I'm listening to Missy Elliott. I'm listening to some Lotto. So I am grooving. I am jamming. And this is another reason why I like step aerobics, because I can put on my headphones and be in my own world. I can go to the beat of the music, or I can go to whatever pace I want. And I like to intensify my step aerobic workouts by increasing the levels or increasing the number of like the things underneath there. So right now I'm at level 1, and then I also add some arm weights too. And now I am back home and getting ready to cook dinner. So I did do some more exercises, but I was in the weight room and there were other people over there, and I'm very mindful and conscientious of recording myself in the gym. I never want anybody to feel uncomfortable, because I know how that goes, especially with social media. Like, how many videos have we seen with people working out in the gym and people are just like staring at them like, are you serious? So I normally will only record when I am in the aerobics room by myself. I don't want to violate anybody's privacy or like, make them feel uncomfortable. Just being mindful of how other people feel. Not everybody wants to be on camera. People just want to go to the gym and do their thing. But anyway, I'm getting a quick dinner together. I'm just making me some Salisbury steak and some potatoes and some steamed broccoli. This tends to be one of my go-to meals when I don't feel like baking chicken or slicing chicken or anything like that. So I don't do a lot of frozen food, but I will do this just because it's really easy. All I have to do is heat it up. I pair it with some vegetables. This is the only major carb or big carb that I've had today. So the potatoes, I didn't have them with lunch. And that's it. That is the end of my Saturday, y'all. And now it is Sunday. Oh my goodness, I feel like Saturday went by so fast, but I got a lot done and I am proud of myself. So as usual, I am kicking off my morning with having a light breakfast. So I had dinner when I was supposed to last night, but even still, when I woke up this morning, I didn't really have a heavy appetite. Plus, I am planning an activity for today, a very physical activity, and I don't want to have anything heavy until after I do what I'm going to do, and you guys are going to see in just a little bit. So for this morning for breakfast, I'm just gonna make myself a really simple and easy fruit salad. I love fruit. Like, I love all types of fruit: kiwis, oranges, mangoes, pineapples, grapes, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. Like, I love fruit. When I started on focusing on my nutrition, when it came down to losing weight, I focused on swapping out chips and snacks for fruit and nuts. So I have learned the different type of nuts I like. Like you guys saw yesterday, I had walnuts, and now I eat a lot of fruit. Like, I want to say about 30% of my fridge just consists of fruit: apples, bananas, strawberries, grapefruits, like all the things. And depending on the season, I'll definitely have different types of fruits over other ones, but I'm just slicing everything up and putting them in a little Pyrex bowl. And I feel like slicing my fruit manually, like cooking everything or making everything right before I eat it, is a good way for me to remain active throughout the day. I used to meal prep everything for the week on Sunday evenings, but that can be a little time consuming. So instead, every time I get ready to have something, I'll just slice it up right then and there. And that can be a big motivator for me also, because I know that I'm staying active, because as I'm slicing everything, it gets me moving, it gets me off the couch. Versus with meal planning, I will typically just go to the fridge, grab something. It's really convenient, but these days I'm really focused on being as active as I can. And instead of having water this morning, I'm actually gonna make myself a peach iced tea. So there's a restaurant by my house that serves this, and I love it so much that I learned the recipe and figured out how to make it myself. So I purchased the syrup and I purchased the peach tea, and I have this, or I make this every other day. Like when I make a full tea kettle, it'll last me a couple of days. I went ahead and grabbed me a kind honey oat granola bar to go with it. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and kick back for a little bit and watch my TV show. I don't know if you guys have heard of this TV show called Ready to Love on OWN. It's like a dating show, and I've been tuning in every single week. It is a guilty pleasure. I love dating shows, so I'm just catching up on the latest episode that aired on Friday night. Now it is time to head to the office and get a little bit of work done. So you guys saw me batch all of my content yesterday. Now I'm going to go ahead and get everything scheduled. I used to have Sprout and Hootsuite to help me schedule all of my posts, but those software programs are not cheap. So to eliminate the cost, I just schedule them natively on each platform. Now I normally will have my virtual assistant handle this, but I have her working on a few other projects right now, so I've decided to allocate her hours for the month towards that. And just as a little bit of a spoiler alert, I am on the cusp of releasing my very first digital product next month, so she's helping me tie up all the back end administrative operational stuff with that, so proofreading the document, etc. So as a result, I've decided to go ahead and take over scheduling all of my posts, and this is why I like being very hands-on in all aspects of my business, because if there's something else that needs to be done, I can do, the other item as opposed to always outsourcing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw on my shoes so that I can get out of here. And today's activity is going to be bike riding. I am going to go ahead and take a bike ride. I did purchase a GoPro for myself for Christmas. It was my Christmas gift to myself, and this is the first time that I am going to be using it. Now, if you guys watch my Jamaica vlog and my Aruba vlog, I am a very adventurous, active person, and I really wanted to be able to do or record more content like swimming in the water and jumping off of the bridge that I did in Jamaica, or being able to capture more footage in the beaches in Aruba. So I went ahead and purchased myself a GoPro just because I'm so adventurous and I do so many things. Like, I've gone skydiving and everything, and I wish I would have been able to capture more of that footage. So I went ahead and purchased the GoPro and all of the accessories that I would need for the type of content that I would be recording. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in my book bag because I'm going to mount it to my bike today, and I'm just getting my bag ready. So I'm throwing my water bottle in here. I went ahead and grabbed my hat because it's really sunny today and it's really warm today. It's about 65 degrees in the Chicagoland area, which is why I felt the need to spend some time outdoors and get some much needed vitamin D and sunshine. So just throwing on my shoes and making sure I have all of my stuff together, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw my bike in my car. Before we hop on our bikes, we're gonna go ahead and grab some food at one of my favorite restaurants, which is Cooper's Hawk. I love, love, love Cooper's Hawk. I'm a huge wine head. I love white wine, red wine, dessert wine, sweet wine. I love wines, and I am a member of their wine club. We're just gonna go ahead and have a very light lunch. So we went ahead and had a house salad, some drunken shrimp, and a cup of soup along with some water. So we're gonna go ahead and get hydrated before we take our bike ride. Now, I typically link up with my stepdad once a month or once every other month or so, and this was a great opportunity for us to catch up on what's been going on in both of our lives. Now it is time to get started with bike riding. So you guys see I have my GoPro on here. It mounted perfectly with the bike mount device that I purchased. This is my stepdad's bike, very gender coded, the purple bike and the blue bike, and we are off. So in my neighborhood, in the town that I stay in, there are so many beautiful parks, and I love taking bike rides and taking walks all around my community just because there's so many different parks and they're so scenic and they're just so ridiculously pretty. The town that I stay in is also very hilly, like there are a lot of hills. So a bike ride or a walk is actually a really good workout here, because when you're going up those hills, that's really good for your heart rate, and it also is kind of like a light HIIT workout without like being in the gym. So you'll have a flat surface for maybe like a quarter of a mile or half of a mile, and then you'll have a quarter of the mile where it's just like a steep hill. So I am on my bike, my stepdad is behind me, he has his headphones on, and I'm just cruising. This is the Hero GoPro 12 model, I believe, and again, this is my first time using it, but I really like it. Look at this picture, you guys. And as you can see, so many other people had the same idea to get out and enjoy the weather today, because there were a lot of people on the sidewalks and at the park. Now that we're done, we worked up a really good appetite, so we did about 8.5 miles together, and we are going to get more food because since we ate so light and we just burned off a lot of energy, we are starving. So I went ahead and grabbed myself an iced tea, and I believe he had some tea as well, and I had me a grilled cheese sandwich and some french fries. Now I tried to limit the amount of fried food that I eat as well as dairy, but I felt like I earned it because I ate pretty healthy all weekend. And of course, if you stay in Chicago or within the Midwest area, you know that you cannot go to Baker Square and not get a slice of pie. So I went ahead and had my favorite slice of lemon meringue pie. I have not had it since Thanksgiving because I try to limit the amount of sweets I have, so like baked goods, cupcakes, pie, etc. But today was an exception. Have not had pie since the holidays, and I just really wanted a slice, and I felt like I earned it. I worked out yesterday, I worked out today, so I'm gonna have me some pie. Now that I'm back home, I'm winding down my day. Of course, we're gonna go ahead and get Coco fed. It is his dinner time, and I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the shower and get straight in the bed. I did my skincare routine. I'm gonna go ahead and meditate to get ready for work in the morning to make sure that I am ready for the week. Thank you for spending the weekend with me, you guys. Let me know if you would love for me to record another weekend vlog. Bye.